Old King Lear, weary of rule and the burdens of leadership, decides to divide his vast kingdom among his 3 daughters, hoping to spend his remaining years in peace. He calls his daughters to his grand court and asks each to declare their love for him, believing their words will reflect their worthiness and loyalty. Goneril the eldest and Regan the second shower him with false flattery, eager for power and the wealth that comes with it. They weave elaborate tales of their undying love and devotion, each trying to outdo the other. Cordelia, his youngest and most beloved, refuses to engage in empty flattery. She believes that true love cannot be measured by grandiose words, but by actions and sincerity. She speaks plainly of her genuine love, but her honesty is mistaken for coldness and indifference. Her simple words, though heartfelt, fail to impress her father. Lear, blinded by rage and vanity, disinherits Cordelia, unable to see the truth in her words. He divides his kingdom between Goneril and Regan, believing they will honour him as they promised. Little does he know his decision will lead to betrayal and tragedy, as the 2 sisters' true natures soon reveal themselves. The Earl of Kent, loyal to Lear, dares to challenge the king's rash decision. He stands firm, his voice unwavering, as he tries to make Lear see the folly of his actions. Kent's loyalty is not just to the crown, but to the man he has served faithfully for years. His defiance is born out of love and a deep sense of duty. He sees through the sisters' deceit, but is banished for his honesty. As he leaves the court, his heart is heavy, knowing that his words have fallen on deaf ears. The court watches in silence, some in agreement, others in fear of sharing his fate. Kent's departure marks the beginning of a kingdom's descent into chaos. Cordelia, though heartbroken, accepts her fate. Her love for her father remains steadfast, even as she is cast aside. She knows that her honesty has cost her dearly, but she would rather be true to herself than live a lie. Her heart aches, but her spirit remains unbroken. She is sought after by the Duke of Burgundy and the King of France. Both men see her beauty and grace, but only one sees her true worth. Their discussions are filled with political manoeuvring, each trying to gain an advantage. Burgundy withdraws his suit, unwilling to marry a dowerless bride. His decision is cold and calculated, driven by ambition rather than affection. He turns away, leaving Cordelia to face an uncertain future. The King of France, recognizing Cordelia's true worth, marries her regardless, vowing to fight for her rightful place. His love is genuine, and he sees in her a partner of strength and integrity. Their union is a beacon of hope in a world overshadowed by deceit and betrayal. Lear, stripped of his power and blinded by his daughter's false affection, descends into a state of growing madness. His once sharp mind is clouded by regret and sorrow. The weight of his mistakes bears down on him, and he struggles to find clarity in a world that has turned against him. His journey is a tragic descent, a powerful reminder of the consequences of misplaced trust and the enduring strength of true love. Goneril and Regan, now powerful, quickly reveal their true nature. They strip Lear of his remaining dignity, dismissing his knights and treating him with utter disrespect. Lear, heartbroken and betrayed, flees into the wilderness, accompanied only by his fool and the faithful Kent, disguised in service. As a violent storm rages, mirroring the turmoil within Lear, he rails against the heavens and his daughter's treachery. He begins to question the nature of power, justice, and his own sanity. Section 4. The Storm Within and Without. In this chapter we delve into the tumultuous events that unfold on the desolate heath, where the external storm mirrors the internal chaos of the characters. On the heath, King Lear, now a shadow of his former self, encounters Edgar, the Earl of Gloucester's son, who is disguised as a beggar named Poor Tom. This meeting is not just a chance encounter, but a poignant moment of shared suffering and recognition. Edgar has been framed by his illegitimate brother Edmund and disinherited by their father. This betrayal has forced Edgar into hiding, living a life of destitution and madness to escape his brother's treachery. Lear, in his madness, sees a reflection of himself in Edgar's suffering. Both men are victims of betrayal by those they once trusted. Lear's daughters have cast him out, and Edgar's brother has usurped his place. The storm intensifies, both literally and metaphorically. The raging tempest around them mirrors the turmoil within their hearts and minds. The howling winds and relentless rain are a physical manifestation of their inner agony. Lear's mind unravels further as he grapples with the consequences of his actions and the depths of his daughter's betrayal. His descent into madness is accelerated by the storm, which strips away the last vestiges of his sanity. He tears at his clothes, exposing himself to the elements, mirroring his vulnerability. This act of self-destruction is a desperate attempt to find some semblance of control in a world that has turned against him. The storm within and without rages on, leaving Lear and Edgar to face their darkest fears and deepest sorrows. Section 5. Madness and Recognition. Cordelia, now Queen of France, learns of her father's plight and lands in Britain with an army to rescue him. She finds Lear lost in madness and with infinite tenderness restores him to sanity. For a brief moment, father and daughter are reunited. Meanwhile, the forces of evil begin to crumble under their own ambition. Goneril and Regan's cruelty and treachery are exposed, and their rivalry for Edmund ultimately leads to their downfall. Section 6. A daughter's love, a kingdom's loss. On the battlefield, Cordelia's forces are defeated. She and Lear are captured. Edmund, now in power, orders their execution. Despite the pleas of those who see the injustice, Cordelia is hanged in prison. Lear, broken by grief and despair, enters bearing Cordelia's lifeless body in his arms. He cries out in anguish, his sanity shattered once more by the unbearable loss. Section 7. Legacy of Loss. Lear dies, his heart broken, his kingdom shattered, his family destroyed by his own misjudgment and the insatiable greed of others. The stage is littered with bodies, a testament to the devastating consequences of unchecked ambition and the fragility of human nature. King Lear's tragic tale serves as a cautionary reminder of the destructive nature of power, the importance of loyalty and love, and the profound consequences of our choices.